Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've just seen Wicked for Good. Let's talk about it. Wicked for Good, or if you want to call it Wicked Part 2, is the second part of the overall Wicked story. And if you didn't know what Wicked is, it's a film based on a stage play called Wicked. And it is set in the Wizard of Oz universe, all while telling a different story that's starring Glinda and Elphaba, who becomes the Wicked Witch of the West. Okay, if you have seen the first Wicked film, you know exactly what you're getting into. But if you haven't, I would say that don't expect a recap. This film doesn't waste time on recapping or giving flashback. It just dives into the story from the get-go. So while I was watching the film, I had to keep reminding myself what was going on just to keep up with the story. I've only seen the film once, so I would say a rewatch is definitely a must and is required for this film. But what's Vicky Forget about? I'll let you know. Vicky Forget takes place years after the ending of the first film and once again follows Elphaba as she's demonized as this wicked witch of the West while she's trying to take down Wizard of Oz, and Glinda at the same time lives her fairy tale life in the Emerald City. I thought the first film was great and I'm really happy to say that this film is solid. It's such a fun and entertaining movie and I would say it is good as the first one, although I do have some gripes. First of all, the leads. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo does an amazing job portraying these characters. Their chemistry really shines and you could see that they really do care for each other, even if they have differences throughout the film. Their acting chemistry and obviously like the singing made this film for me. I mean, their singing was really good, but you would expect it because they're both very good singers. The other cast members do a very good job as well. Jonathan Bailey is charismatic, playing the role of Fiyero like he was in the first film, as well as Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Yeoh. Everyone in the cast did such a great job and really played their part well. The production design was stellar. The costumes and the sets were so detailed and made with passion. You can tell how much effort and time they have put into it. The CGI overall worked for me. Some of the animals really did look realistic. The first one, I remember having a bit of an iffy CGI on some of the animals, but this time around, I thought they all looked great. The cinematography, the lighting in it, and some of the shows were actually really beautiful, and thanks to the production design. But yeah, director Chon M. Chu really did step up his game with these two films, and I really want to applaud him because he made two great films. I would say the story was well told and it was easy and entertaining to watch. I was never bored once in the film. Like, the film always had something that pulled me in and just hooked me with interesting ideas or concepts or even the imagery. But I would say that from start to finish, I was really entertained and invested in Elphaba's and Glinda's overall story. Generally, the character developments were handled well, but I would say some of the characters sadly got sidelined and they didn't have the end result and the outcome I was expecting them to have. If you have seen the trailers, the film features the story of Wizard of Oz, and I was really excited to see it play out. Now, this is where I have some of my gripes. The film expects you to know the Wizard of Oz story or have seen the film, because they don't linger on this storyline much. Even though it was in the film a lot, it was really vague, and they tried to not show it as much because I think I know they were trying to concentrate on Elphaba and Glinda's story, but I don't know. I think I would have liked to see more, and I'm sure it's same in the stage play. But like I said, I wish we spent more time with Dorothy and the gang. I don't know. Just some more scenes would have spiced things up and made me enjoy that part of the story more. When I was talking about character development, it directly ties into this point because, like Tin Man, his motivations were shown without a resolution. I thought that they forgot about that character because the build-up was good and his character development was good, but they just literally drop the character and we don't know what happens. And if you've seen Wizard of Oz, you know what happens, but someone who hasn't seen it, you were invested in this character from the first film, so I would have expected a outcome or a satisfying result for him. Saying all this though, maybe including those elements would have been too much fan servicey, but I don't know. Honestly, I think we should see more from them. And I know it's a different point of view and a different story starring different characters, not Dorothy, but this Wicked Witch does not feel like the same one from the older films. And if I watched the older film right after this film, it just would have felt like a different character. So I don't think it matches that quite well as well. The songs, okay. The singing was amazing. Some better than others, but the songs were, I'm gonna say, not memorable. It isn't the film's fault. I know they're adapting the stage play, but I'm reviewing the film, so it didn't work for me. So I'm sorry, but the songs compared to the first film were not memorable and just did not land with me. Some were good, don't get me wrong, but I would say overall there was no song I was singing to after I left the cinema or, just listening to myself. Like compared to the first one where Glinda's song Popular was stuck in my head for months and months. There was no song in this film that was stuck with me, and that's one of the main selling points. You know, you have to have these songs go into charts so it can promote the film more. Yeah, I don't know, the songs just didn't land with me this time around. I think they played their part well, like in the story it made sense. I just wish they were a bit more catchier and had a bit more charm. And that's one of my other gripes. This film did not have the charm of the first film. I get it. This film is telling a darker story, but the first one had a lot of joy and a lot of charm, and it was just more fun to watch. But this one had less of a charm. Even though I really like these characters, compared to the first film, I thought they were less likable for me. I wish they would have brought more fun and whimsy and just whimsical stuff to heighten everything up. The musical numbers and those scenes felt a bit bland compared to the first film. And lastly, some logic problems. I'm not gonna go into it because it will be spoilers, but there were a lot of moments I was like, why would you do that? Like, if you didn't do that, that outcome wouldn't have happened and you just made everything worse. I know it's nitpicking, but it still bothered me. I know I have complained a lot, but those are really, really small gripes. And apart from those, I think Wicked for Good is a great, great time. If you like the first one, like me, you will definitely like this too. The way the story continues and the way that they told the events were well made. The actors did a fabulous job. Like I said, the production design is definitely an eye candy, and I loved looking at every scene. It just gave me so much joy. I am happy that they have adapted the story from stage to film, because we got two great films and a story that wrapped up so nicely. So again, I have the gripes, but overall, I really, really enjoyed this film, and I think my score for Wicked for Good is a solid 8 out of 10. Let me know down below, have you seen Wicked? And if you did, what did you think of it? And if you've seen the stage play, let me know, how does it compare to the film? I'm really curious about your answers. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see everyone on the next video.